So, as promised, we are starting a Fallout 76 deep dive, complete playthrough of all the content of the game. The objective with this, as previously announced, if you're just tuning in or watching this for the first time, there is an announcement video at the beginning of this playlist if you're watching this after the fact. If you're watching this during the live stream this morning, we announced, I think maybe 3 weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago, that we were doing a Fallout 76 deep dive starting in November to coincide with the second season of the show coming out. I've never really played this game in great depth. I've done 2 small little forays, never beyond like level 15. I am going to be going through November and December and playing through all of the storyline, the main storyline, the DLC storyline, and then reviewing the new season of the show on YouTube. But of course, if you're watching live, YouTube, Twitch, Kick, we should be back on TikTok soon. Snafus there. We'll see what goes on with that. In the meantime, click that play button and let's get a character created. We are also doing an Elder Scrolls Online deep dive, which started Saturday. So we're a couple days into that one already. The schedule for this is going to be Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, everybody. Starting at this time period, 4:30 a.m. Central. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
War. War never changes. In 1776, this great nation accepted that armed conflict was the only way to preserve our rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. If our founding fathers could only see us now. From Antietam to Amiens, Okinawa to Anchorage, we have fought. And now, the Red Menace is at our doorstep. Democracy itself is under threat of annihilation. That is why today, July 4th, 2076, 300 years after our great nation began, we gather together to honor the completion of Vault 76. This sprawling underground shelter may have been engineered by Vault Tech, but it was built by you, the good people of America, so that if the bombs do come, if the end does come, our way of life will endure. But not everyone will be saved. Those chosen to enter this vault must be our best and our brightest. For when the fighting is stopped and the fallout has settled, you must rebuild. Not just walls, not just buildings, but hearts and minds, and ultimately, America itself.
America!
So as we stand here today, we pray that the world will know peace.
What's up, Transcend? What's up, JK? What's up, everybody?
That is not our destiny. If war must come, we stand together, knowing that here in Vault 76, our future begins.
Today. Do 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 do.
Good morning, Vault 76. This is the Overseer. I hope you all enjoyed the party last night, even those who may have overindulged and overslept. But it's time to get up and get out there. We've been locked away long enough. Today is Reclamation Day. It may be time to leave, but I'll never forget the day you all entered Vault 76. You come from every walk of life, every race, color, and creed. but you all share one very important trait. You are this country's best and brightest. But more importantly, you'll always be my family.
Alright, we gotta go through code creation now. Alright, we want to... Ah, there we go. We can make the nose a little smaller. Oh, wow. Yeah, I can dig that. Nose tip. Rotate? I don't know what you... Scale? Oh, I see. Okay. That's not bad. Okay, what about the nose bridge? There we go. Now let's bring it down in. I can dig it. Okay, I know what beard I want because we did this a couple weeks back. Facial hair. We want, it's the one at the very bottom. I think it was the survivalist. Yeah, I don't need Doomsday Prepper, but survivalist is good. Color. Oh, that's his skin color. Cancel. I want facial hair. How do I do facial hair color? That's him. Hair. I definitely got to go with the receding hairline because we're gonna make him. Yeah, yeah. Got to get him close to me. The blast back. We're gonna do it. Okay. How do I get? Ah, here we go. Oh, that changes the beard too when you do it from here. Cool. We need like grain. Yeah, steel gray. That's a little too gray, I think. No, we'll do. I think steel gray. I mean, that's a little too gray. Okay, we also got to do eyes. Color. Um, Pale blue. Let's see. Anything else? Yeah, I kind of want to do like... forehead. Yeah, I'm okay with wrinkled. Alright, I could dig that. Can we do like earrings or anything? Earlobes. I don't see any sort of accessories. Extras. Makeup, markings, blemishes, damage, grime. No, because those are all going to be... Yeah, I don't need that. Markings, freckles, no. Blemishes, no. Damage. We could give him a scar or two. Let's see what we got here. Dude, our neighbor's dog is going batshit crazy out back. I'm going to have to step out here in a second. I hate having to step away and when I just started a stream. But it doesn't appear that Chris has woken up to check out what it is, so I'll need to step out and go see what's up with the dog. It's either a possum or something got into the dog's yard, or like one of our stupid ducks flew in there. Um, but I do need to just double check. Scar, right stitches. Some of these I can't see because I've got the beard. Boxer 12 rounds. Oh, the broken nose looks... Yeah, see though, I don't want these to be permanent. Yeah, we're fine. Grime. Coal miner. None. Um, I'd say that the dog finally shut up, so I'm not sure what that is. I think we're good to go. If I can't do like any earrings or anything. On the New World front, yeah, I mean, there's still, I mean, the game did have a huge drop off, but there are still thousands of people playing it. And I think, especially if you're someone who just started playing New World, there's hundreds of hours of entertainment left in the game. Like, maybe not all the online stuff, but there is 100%. There's several hundred hours of solo content and faction content and crafting and harvesting. It's great content, and I do really I think it's worth people go play New World. I don't necessarily think, the hard one is going to be if you've never played it before, what's the point of making a purchase to buy it? Um, because we have no clue how long it could be left up running. They claim, they do say, we hope to give you at least 6 months head notice, but it's not a we will give you 6 months. It's we hope to give you 6 months notice of any change to the servers. But there's no guarantee because Amazon overlords could come in and just immediately go, nope, next week, got to kill it, got to cut it. And they'll have no, you know, they have no recourse other than to just go, okay, boss. And so that's the risk that a lot of new people coming into the game have, facing, do I make that $50, $60 purchase? Um, the fact that they left the cash store open suggests that they are at least going to. It's still profitable enough to run it for the handful of employees they have left. But if you go look at like the, which is exactly what I said the day of the announcement, I said watch the population do this because all of the content creators will move on, which they did exactly. Transcend all the content creators dropped off. It's the same thing that happened to Anthem. The moment that Anthem was announced that it was no longer going to be supported and it was going into maintenance mode. Red Dead Online as well. There's still a healthy population in Red Dead Online, but they have not added any new content for like 4 years. I'm very surprised that they have kept Red Dead Online still going, but the proof is there's still enough people going that they leave it online because it still is profitable. That could become New World. It could remain profitable enough they leave it up for the next 4 years. But with Anthem, and Red Dead Online and New World, the day it was announced that it was going into maintenance mode, the online population dropped by like 90%. So there will still be, thousands of people playing New World, people to play with even, but it's gone from, 75 to 100,000 people every single day down to like 15,000, 20,000 people playing every day, which is a big difference. But still, there's still content to do. There's still people to play with. I think if you're playing it right now, like JK is saying, um, there are still people who are going to get plenty of enjoyment out of it, and I think it's totally worth it for those people, 100%. All right. Oops. All right, we need to. That's the perfect. The sinister smile. I think we're gonna go with that. There's a fracking mosquito in here. Oh, you can do the Vault Boy pose. How do you pull the camera out? Oh, I see. Sinister smile. That's awesome. Opening map, press Y gets me into photo mode. Perfect. Yeah, last day will probably be all out PvP for sure, JK. Pretty much Santa. It'll be yeah. Here's our 6 months. Here's our 6 month notice that we're pulling the game next week. Oh yeah, it's had how many years has this been out now? For sure, Devon. There's been hundreds of updates since the game went live. All right. Need to grab my Pip Boy. All right. No perks at the moment. And we're going to jump in here.
You have been tasked tasked with nothing less than the rebuilding of America. Such a huge responsibility. Just know that Vault-Tec is proud of you. I am proud of you. When you hear this, it means I've been gone for several hours.
Or longer.
I've got my own mission out there in Appalachia. This is the Overseer, signing off.
What's up, Jay?
Message repeats in 24 hours.
Alright, we need to discover the Overseer's mission. And from here, you can explore around at your leisure. Now, I've already played through this intro before, so I'm not going to spend any time running around up here myself, but to show the new players who might be watching this after the fact, you can come up here and run around and explore at your leisure and check out more of the vault. But we are going to head down in this direction to discover the Overseer's mission. Pointing us in this direction. And here is Crutchley.
Hello. At last. Today is your reclamation day. I bet you're just bursting your bolts to get out there and see the world.
I was watching there's been an interview that John Carpenter did recently at one of these horror festivals, and he was, he plays a lot of video games, and he was saying that his two favorite video games are Borderlands 2 and Fallout 76. And I love the fact that during the interview he's like, well, actually, one of my favorite video games is one that's not very popular, but I've been playing it since launch. It's called Fallout 76. I freaking love that game. I had to laugh. I was like, that's awesome. All right, do we know anything about the world outside?
Nothing at all. The exterior sensors were taken out of commission after that unfortunate business with the nuclear bombs. With so many of your friends having been gone so long, I cannot begin to speculate how they've transformed Appalachia already.
Transcend says lore bomb. Only 15 vaults of the 100 plus were legit vaults that had no experience being conducted. Dun dun dun. Still no word from the Overseer?
No, and we're not likely to get one. It's been months. Besides, she left this place behind to reclaim America. It's past time you followed her example.
All right, up we go. If you're coming into this as a new player, don't forget that these stations not only give you some nice tips, thank you for staying with Vault-Tec. Stay hydrated, and this is the clean water cycle. Obtain water, find campfire, boil water.
Imagine dying of hunger or thirst. Utterly embarrassing.
You can also take these, so don't forget to take them.
Another day, another opportunity to leave Vault 76. What do you say?
There's really not any survival mechanics in the game, but being fully hydrated and fully fed does just speed up your regen and energy and all that stuff. So it's beneficial to eat and drink, even if it's not necessary for survival. Health and medication.
Be on constant alert for the clickety-click of your Pip-Boy's built-in radiation meter.
Fight valiantly, use stim pack, be healthy, avoid radiation. Oh, a backpack. Here we
It
go.
must be terrifying leaving this warm, secure vault for a hostile wilderness with no running water or electricity.
Find new home, build generator, wire it up, power. Alright. Alright, now we need to move up in this direction. Party hat. Join a team, meet strangers.
You must all go through that giant vault door alone. Unless, of course, you're next to someone else. Which I'd recommend, actually.
Exchange pleasantries, share skill sets, and succeed. That's it. Just hey, this game has the option to play with other people if you want to. And here's our trusty camp system.
You'll remember the whole point of Reclamation Day? Reclaiming Appalachia? Never too late.
Which we'll do later. By the way, I don't think it tells you right at the beginning, but if you hold B, so hitting B opens up your Pip-Boy, or holding B brings up your flashlight. It's so weird because this game shares a lot of controls with other Bethesda games, but like the light on Starfield is to hold LB, and here it's just to hold B. But jump is the same in both of those games and all the Elder Scrolls games and stuff and the Fallout games, but then you go play Elder Scrolls Online and jump is the A button or the X button on the PlayStation. Yeah, meet strangers and learn why you hate strangers. That's pretty much it. Final notice. If anyone is found accessing this terminal and is not a member of the personnel department, you will be immediately reported to the security chief. No exceptions. Correspondence. Missing Nuka-Cola Cherry. Just because we're leaving doesn't give any of you the right to steal from my stash of Nuka-Cola Cherry. I've been rationing these bottles for over 20 years. If I catch any of you, so help me God, there will be consequences. I realize that it may seem trivial in light of present circumstances, but I would greatly appreciate my reassignment being processed before Reclamation Day. I've worked many years to pass all written, verbal, and physical tests to become a sanitation engineer. I have a Doctor of Engineering from GSU, and I don't want to end my tenure at our Vault 76 as a soda jerk. Please, let me have the accolades I have earned. Thanks in advance. All records must be purged before our day. After our day, there will be no personnel department. There will be no Vault 76. Any of the projects you're in the middle of are done. If you, for some reason, can't find the time to erase your files, I'll send someone over to do it for you. You can bring it up to the Overseer if you'd like.
Remember one of Vault-Tech's many, many mottos. Hard work is happy work.
He still wants me to go this way. Okay. Oh, I missed something. My waypoint's back in that direction. I got close enough to the door to trigger like the exit music. Alright, discover the Overseer's mission. Vault Tech report. 25 years after the vault doors close, you require your citizens to leave Vault 76 and begin a process called Reclamation. Specifics will be disseminated automatically as that time approaches. After Reclamation Day, you are personally ordered to find and secure 3 nuclear silos, codenamed Alpha, Bravo, and Charlie. If these sites are still nuclear capable, ensure no one except Vault Tech can access or launch nuclear ordnance. To be clear, even if there are other authorities, whether government, militia, or otherwise, their claims are to be ignored. Vault Tech alone maintains jurisdiction. Congratulations, Overseer. Vault 76 is one of the most important projects that Vault Tech has completed. No expense has been spared on building, staffing, and selecting the inhabitants of your vault. The cream of the crop of America have been chosen, including luminaries from Vault Tech University. The special classes and instruction you've received about managing a vault do not apply to this assignment. Vault 76 is special. Your mission is to see to the livelihood and well-being of all your residents and make sure they're ready to colonize America once the all-clear is received. It is to be expected you will face challenges we haven't prepared you for. Adapt, learn, and thrive. America is counting on you. Day-to-day duties. Your job as the Overseer is to see to the overall health and safety of Vault 76, avoid loss of life at all costs. Vault residents have been carefully chosen for their unique skills and temperament. Due to the aptitude of the Vault residents, you may be presented with unique challenges in maintaining order. As a last resort, each domicile can be locked down and the resident imprisoned for any duration you deem appropriate. Enforced solitary confinement can lead to psychological issues, so factor that in. Although the vault doors cannot be opened from the inside, keep the entry clear of all unauthorized personnel. The security team will stow all weapons and munitions after the admitted entry period and will be armed solely with non-lethal devices. Our studies have shown, even after a relatively short duration of living with the amenities of Vault Tech, that test subjects can grow to depend on them. That will not do for Vault 76. After the all-clear message is received, Vault 76 will shut down all functions instead of 24 hours. Air circulatory last, and you should warn the vault residents that staying inside the vault can be lethal after this period. Everyone must leave the nest. It's imperative that all residents are focused on the important job of rebuilding America. So Reclamation Day already came and went. Need to make the final recordings, and then it'll be time to head out that door. As instructed, we set up the survival packages. I've advised everyone to run fast and far from 76 as soon as the doors open. We have no information about what awaits us. Vault-Tec says we're America's best hope, and now we'll find out. I need more coffee.
Overseer's log, or should I say, direct communication. Because whoever is listening to this had the moxie to try to find out I've gone. But I'm glad you did. Truth is, I need your help. I've been given a task, and I've decided to break protocol and tell you what it is. Because if there's one thing I've learned in these past few years, it's that we need to rely on each other. There were 3 active nuclear silos in Appalachia before the bombs fell. They blew up the world before. We can't let it happen again. So we've got to locate and secure all of the silos. Or die trying. Hopefully the former. But it's been 25 years. I just don't know what we're gonna find out there. Or where to start. My directive was to go to the nearest population center and assess the situation. I'll set up a camp on the way once I get my bearings. Find me there.
Copy that.
Some may call them
Follow in the vault overseer's footsteps. Yeah, see, the door opened while I was back there.
goodbye, aloha, ciao, arrivederci.
Okay, now this is where, as a new player, having already done this just to check out the new player experience recently, I'm going to go with Battle Ready Dweller because I don't want to deal with, like, it felt much better to me as opposed to starting completely from scratch as a fresh dweller. Just because I've played that entry level experience a couple of times in the past, starting from level 2. As previously mentioned, the couple of times I've tried this before was leveling up from like 1 to 15. Now, when I did the most recent thing about 2 weeks ago, just to jump in and play around with this, I did this option, and it felt really good in terms of just getting me into the game, giving me some predefined abilities, a predefined weapon, and I didn't have to make all those early level decisions. You obviously have a choice depending on what you want to do. If you're starting 100% from scratch and you don't mind having more of a grind, go with Fresh Dweller. But if you're someone who just wants to jump into the action and not have to deal with all that low level stuff, Battle Ready Dweller. So we're going to go with this. And then you get some options here. slugger, gunslinger, shotgunner, specialists. I went with commando when I did this a couple weeks back, and it felt really good because I like automatic weapons, and so I'm just gonna go ahead and do commando again.